We back, boys. My name is Ryan Sharkey. I'm trying to realise my potential in football, play professionally, and inspire others to pursue that which is meaningful to them. Over the past 3 years, I have progressed from approximately the 17th division of Northern Irish football, so deep within the amateur ranks, to the 3rd division of Northern Irish football, which is a semi-professional league. I currently play for Lisburn Distillery Football Club, and I played for them last year, so the 2023-24 season, and I'm looking to continue with them for the 24-25 season. And so pre-season for the 24-25 season has just begun, so I want to capture some of the lessons learned from last season to help me improve, but also to share with you to see if they might help you improve on your own journey. So where we left off with last season, we had about 4 games to go. We're sitting in about 11th and we ended up finishing in 9th. So got a couple of results last few games of the season. Maybe could have had a couple more, but ended up 9th, probably underachieving quite significantly as a team. Last game of the season, I played 90 minutes. Probably a large part of it was that it was the last game of the season, so they were giving people that hadn't got as much game time, giving them an opportunity to play. And yes, I was against Armagh City, and I didn't feel good physically at all. But still, my effort was great, my attitude was great. I actually had a pretty good game. We were 2-0 up in the first half. I was kind of making some deep supporting runs from left back, just doing good passes, good plays. But yeah, ended up losing 3-2. That was kind of our season as a whole. Just a bit of puff and not a lot of fluff. I don't know if that's the phrase, but we'll roll with it. So, finished the season 9th is okay. Glad to get playing in that last game of the season, show that I can actually play and compete at this level, and I think I did that. Kind of a summary of the 23-24 season as a whole. So, last pre-season, I was playing for Aquinas Football Club, so an amateur league team, roughly the 6th division of Northern Irish football, and I felt like I could play at a higher level. I'm constantly trying to realise my potential in football, and so one of the best ways to improve is to play with higher level players. So I wanted to test myself at a higher level, and so that's what the plan was last pre-season, to get opportunities, preferably 3rd division or 2nd division clubs in Northern Ireland. Even though a lot of people might not have thought I was ready, players or coaches that I played with might not have thought that I was ready, that I was ready to give it a go. Even if it turned out I wasn't good enough to play at that level yet, I still wanted to give it a go. There was no downside other than embarrassment or other bullcrap we tell ourselves. So I gave it a go. One of the coaches at Aquinas had connections to a 2nd division team called Newington, so I trialled there for a month, did decently well. Going in, I was told, or my impression that everybody else gave me, was that it was going to be a caliber above the level that I was playing at. And while it was like a step above, I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like I couldn't handle myself at that level. So that was pretty encouraging. And yes, I went to Newington for a month, had some pre-season matches, did well. Manager said he could sign me, but there are a few other people in my position, so I might not get as much game time as I wanted. And so I started looking at other options, and one of the guys there knew a guy who was playing for Lisburn Distillery, so it was kind of my first opportunity to network with other players and get other opportunities for trials through networking with other players. So that was pretty cool. Got an opportunity with Lisburn Distillery, started training, did alright. Did a pre-season match, did very well, impressed the manager, and then got signed for the 23-24 season. And then after that, season got off to a good start. I earned my starting spot at right wing back, was doing well. So over the summer, I stepped back or reduced the volume and intensity of my lifting to make sure I was as fresh and as sharp as possible for these pre-season opportunities that I was trying to get at a higher level of football. So with 2nd division and 3rd division teams. And so I got to a 3rd division team with Lisburn Distillery, but I knew that if I wanted to truly realise my potential in football, I needed to get back into my lifting so that I could become as strong and as fast as I could. And so got back into my lifting near the start of the season, of the 23-24 season with Lisburn Distillery, and my training performances and my match performances suffered because I was tired from my lifting, and as a consequence of that, my confidence was a bit lower. I wasn't sure how I was going to play. My legs felt heavy, I felt like I was breathing really heavy during games, and I just felt a lot lower confidence because I wasn't sure how coordinated I was going to be and if I could rely on my touch and my passing. And so I essentially lost my starting position due to poor performances in training and matches, and then continued like that probably for half a season doing the same thing, lifting and just trying to do as well as I could in training to earn my spot back. But I still wasn't performing that well in training, so got to about halfway through the season. I was like, I gotta change something here. Like, if I want to actually be with this team next season and I want to stay at this level for next season, I'm gonna have to change something. And if I want to start playing more matches, I need to change something. So I had a look at my lifting. I realized that I was probably going too intense. I do my main lifts on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I'd be kind of sore for the rest of the week. It would impact my training on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then it would impact my match performance on Saturday if I got any minutes. So I had a look at my lifting, and I came across a clip from a guy called Faraz Zahabi on Joe Rogan. I'd seen the clip years ago, but I resaw it recently, and it was just perfect timing, because he would suggest increasing your consistency, your frequency of training, but reducing the intensity. It means that you can train more but be less sore, have less DOMs, so delayed onset muscle soreness. Basically just have less soreness from my lifting, still be able to get stronger and faster, but also be able to perform well in training so that I can earn my starting spot and earn some minutes for my matches on Saturday so that I can realize my potential in football. And so that's what I did. I increased my frequency of training, reduced the intensity, and I was still able to progress with lifting, and I was able to be far fresher for training and matches. I was doing well in training. I earned a starting spot back, and that's what the coach said to me, like, you've been doing excellent in training, so you've earned this starting spot. And then that match I got back, I got injured. I got hit in the calf, a pretty severe knock in the calf, which it just felt messed up. And so that was me out for another few weeks. And basically we're at towards the end of the season there. Got 30 minutes against Ballymacash, did well. And then last game of the season got 90 minutes against Armagh, did well again. So I could see that the change that I made to my lifting had a massive impact on my training performance and my match performance. So I'm very encouraged coming into this pre-season and this 24-25 season that if I keep this style of lifting up and I keep just trying to improve technically and just keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to improve and I'm going to get more minutes in the season ahead. So last season I got 16 appearances. I was a starter at the start of the season, lost that starting position. So this year I just want to get that starting position and then just have it for the whole season so that I can improve as much as possible. That was my major learning from last season. One, looking at what I was doing, seeing the result it was having. I wasn't performing well enough in training and matches. I knew I needed to change something, so I did, and observed the results based on what I changed, and the results were better. So I'm going to stick with what I've changed and hopefully kick on from here. And another thing to note is that I reduced my lifting, so I was feeling fresher, stronger, faster for training and matches. But like I mentioned earlier in the video, I was also feeling a lot more confident. I was more consistent and I knew the level that I was going to bring to training and matches, so I could trust my touch more, I could trust my passes more. When you have confidence that you can do the thing that you plan to do in your mind, the world's your oyster. Not sure if that applies there, but basically just having the confidence to know that I can do what I plan to do is huge, and I've taken that into this next season, so I'm like feeling good. I believe that's all the main stuff I wanted to cover for this video. I hope that if you're on your own journey, you can look at the things that you're doing. Are you improving? Are you progressing the way that you want to progress? If not, have a look at your process, have a look at your plan, see where you can adjust it, and then observe the results of your new plan. If it improves things, then keep going down that path, keep trying to improve things, and then if it makes things worse or just stays the same, try something else. I'm looking forward to the next season. I think it's going to be fun. I had 16 appearances last year, hoping to have more this year, and just crack on from here. Just keep trying to realize my potential in football, keep trying to improve, and having fun along the way. That's another thing I should have mentioned. Just making having fun a big priority of training and matches is a huge thing. So I want to have fun. I want to bring the fun to my teammates as well. Just be a good teammate to be around and just bring good vibes and have a very enjoyable 2024-25 season. Right, that's it, lads and ladettes. Best of luck on your own journeys. I'll speak to you guys in the next episode. Also, I think this will be the last episode for season 1. The next season essentially be the first season of pre-season. I'll talk a bit about what I'm doing during pre-season to be sharp and improve as much coming into the 2024-25 season. So I'll see you then, and until then, have a nice day. Bye.